Alright, here's our second lesson on minor triads. We already did major triads, now we're going to try minor. And if you're in good shape on major, then you're going to be in good shape on minor, because we're only changing one thing. Now you notice here that I went ahead and I put the first 5 notes of our D major scale. And I've also put in the first 5 notes of the D minor scale. And you'll notice that, of course, the one difference is the third. That on this we have do, re, mi, fa, so. Here we have do, re, mi, fa, so. And if I take that, again, first, third, and 5th note out of the minor scale, that will give me a minor triad. Now, I just want to point out the properties of the minor triad. So on the bottom of the minor triad, instead of having a major third like we did with the major scale, the bottom is a minor third. And on the other hand, the minor triad is the same as the major triad in the sense that they share the same boundary interval. They both have a perfect fifth on top. So minor third on bottom, perfect fifth on top, which actually makes it so that the top third is a major third. So it's kind of like it's backwards from the major triad. In fact, let's compare them side by side. If we look at a major triad, we have a major third on bottom and a minor third on top. And with the boundary interval of the perfect fifth, and with the minor triad, we have minor third on bottom, major third on top, rather than the other way. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can spell a major triad. That you can spell a minor triad. One way that you can spell a minor triad is if you already know your major triads, you can just spell a major triad and then lower the third. So you could start, for example, if you need to spell D minor, you could start with D major, D F sharp A, and then just change it to D F A. In fact, let's try doing it that way once. Let's go ahead and let's do C minor. So go ahead and pause, and we're going to start by doing C major and then changing it to C minor. Pause, give it a shot. Alright, so I went ahead and put up C major. Here we have C, E, G. Now we're going to do C minor. And the only difference is we lower the third. So the difference between a major triad and a minor triad is just that the third is going to be lowered. And so that will, again, will give you your minor third on bottom, and will give you your perfect fifth boundary interval. So minor third, perfect fifth, as opposed to the major triad, which is major third, perfect fifth. Alright, let's try a couple more of these minors. Go ahead and pause, and not yet, I need to tell you which one we're going to do. Let's do B minor. B minor. Alright. So here we go. Go ahead and do B minor if you haven't done so already. I'm going to start by doing B major. Alright, here's B major, and I've got my major third on bottom. I've got my perfect fifth boundary interval. So major third, perfect fifth. To make it B minor, we will lower the third. So instead of B, D sharp, F sharp, it will be B, D natural, F sharp. And of course we don't need the natural, just put that in to show that we changed that note. So here we go. There's B major, and here is B minor. Let's do another one. Let's do C sharp minor. C sharp minor. Let's do this on bass clef. Go ahead and pause. C sharp minor, bass clef. Now if we start by doing C sharp major, we can always remember C major doesn't have any sharps or flats. So C sharp major will have all sharps. So there's C sharp major, and to do C sharp minor, we just lower the third. And there we have it. So minor third on bottom, and perfect fifth boundary interval. So there is our C sharp minor triad. Let's do another minor, and this time let's do it a little bit differently. Let's try doing E minor. We're going to do E minor, we're going to do it on treble clef, but when we do this, instead of starting with E major, let's just try doing E minor with the right intervals from the get-go. So I'll tell you, I'll show you what I mean. We're going to do E minor, and we know that the bottom interval should be a minor third. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go E, minor third up from E is G, so there's our minor third on bottom. And then we need a perfect fifth above E, which is B. So we have our perfect fifth boundary interval. And again, let's listen to this triad. Minor third on bottom, perfect fifth boundary interval, and of course the top third is going to be major third. So you actually have two different ways that you can spell a minor triad. One way is you can start with the major triad and lower the third. The other way is you just start by stacking a minor third up and then a perfect fifth on the top. Or you can think minor third, major third. So you actually have several different ways you can do that. Alright, that concludes minor triads. Actually, let's do one more just to make sure we're in good shape. Let's do a bass clef one, and let's make this be a tricky one. Let's do B flat minor. B flat minor in bass clef. Go ahead and pause, B flat minor. Let's see how we do. Alright, so B flat minor, probably on this one, you might want to be thinking doing a B flat major first and then lowering the third. You might want to think about just what's a minor third above B flat. Either way, whatever you do, the answer you should come up with is B flat, D flat, F. So you have your minor third on bottom and you have your perfect fifth on top. Alright, well, we will continue to work on these with the homework, but this was the introduction on minor triads.